How do you set culture in the trenches?
Well, we've got it's yeah, we've it's interesting for sure, I think. And again, what's making me smile is I think of the different cultures in the different industries that I've worked in. I think when you think about takeaway and food and Just Eat, you had different types. You had your corporate suits, you had your cheesy salespeople, you had your most experienced individual to somebody who's just straight out of education, some non-education. Um, so there was a wide variety of skill sets, but making that group work together on a shared mission was brilliant. And but then you kind of had everybody at Just Eat. Then you had the beauty industry, and you had, I remember actually I was living in Barcelona for a treat while, and I remember most of my suppliers saying, "I just love coming to your office." And I said, "Why?" I said, "You've got everybody so well groomed. I don't need to go on dating sites. I just come here to your office. This is a brilliant office." And then we also offered massages and manicures and so on, pedicures. So we all come to our office and said, "We would just love to come here." Um, but I think, I mean, particularly actually from a push doctor perspective. So again, I think it comes to sector. Um, so when I think about healthcare, and when we set our culture at Push Doctor, I think the first thing is it's got to be as organic as possible. It cannot be we are these three things and that's what we are. So it's how you get organic, and again that goes back to speaking to the team, getting everybody engaged. So when we set up the culture at Push Doctor, it was very very simple. We had a session with everybody in different groups, and we just said, what kind of company do you want to work for? What do you want from the Push Doctor? Uh, what do you want as a Push Doctor culture? We got that. We summarized the words. We summarized the theme, and again, every single individual was involved in this. And then when we did that, we said, okay, now let's mirror it to the sector that we're in. So if we got words such as relaxed, not worry, it wouldn't have worked. Thankfully, we didn't. But when we're based on three key things: empathy, ambition, and resilience. Those are the three key things. And if you kind of put out ear, because we listen, but we empathize not only with our staff, with our doctors and our patients, but we are ambitious. We want to make sure, we want to be the NHS large digital partner, and we're resilient, and that is healthcare. I think healthcare in a nutshell, when you address healthcare, you have to be resilient. People get great news every single day and people get bad news every single day. And you can do one or two things from it. When you receive bad news, you can either let that bad news soak you, or you can resilient and you can fight it. So we really matched what we wanted to be as a business, but also with the sector that we're in. That worked really, really well. And again, we made it as organic as possible. So we didn't throw books. I mean, I've had that before. You kind of throw, this is what it is. And then it was how do we name the culture? So what do you mean? So it's the push doctor what? And we went through a lot of stuff, and I called it the juice. And actually it was kind of Marmite at the beginning. I said, "Well, this is the juice," and then it was only actually when I started branding it. So, I started talking to the marketing team, and I said, "Look, this is the juice. The juice goes with everything. Yeah, have you got the juice? Oh, that guy's so full of juice, and oh, that girl's full of juice." And with the marketing team, I branded it around the office. I put juice cans, I put posters, and the fizz coming out of it. And in my company meetings, I'm like, "Oh, you've got the juice." And I started slowly doing that stuff organically until people started using it. And then it became the Push Doctor Juice. But I was very careful because I didn't want to do a thing where I sat there and I said, it's called a Push Doctor Juice, is what it is. Then I came back and I asked people, look, if we don't like the juice, what do you want it to be? We had some really crazy name. There was one which was really, really weird. Um, I can't remember, but we had some really bizarre names, and then actually in our Slack channel we put it to a vote, and then Juice won, which was great.